Show you how to do a digital version of this artist's work here. Now again, it's obviously going to be really easy to do to manipulate it physically. I'm just going to show you how you can do a mock-up digitally. Now I have opened up an A4 document in Photoshop here. I've also copied my image in. Again, just make sure that it is not a smart layer, as we are going to be cutting out some sections. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go to the lasso tool on the left hand side at your toolbar. And I am going to carefully trace round my model. I want to remove them from the background. Now, if you don't feel totally confident with your lasso tool, then I would have a little gap in between your lasso and your model, and you can go and refine that with the eraser tool later. Again, obviously I am just doing this very quickly to show you, but again, you can spend a lot more time on it than I am here. Going to go up and round and join it back up. I am then going to press Command X to cut that away, and I now have my model. Again, might want to zoom in, so Command and plus, and again I can go in and refine the work that little bit more. So once you are happy with your model, I'm just going to take and position it down to the side. Now again, I want to have a good bit of negative space. Again, you can think about the composition. This is something to experiment with in your book. Composition, expression, pose, even the way in which you are cutting out some sections. So I'm happy with the position of my model. Before I do anything, I want to duplicate my layer. So I'm just going to click and drag it to the box with the plus. Take the visibility away from that, and just in case anything happens and I can't go back too many steps, then I always have a backup. So I'm going to now switch to the polygonal lasso tool. I'm going to start off by taking away kind of top half of my head. Now again, it doesn't have to look too pretty at this moment. I'm going to press Command X, Command V, so that's paste. Again, you can do edit cut, edit paste, and then you can start to position your models. I'm just using the arrow key. You can decide how close together or how far apart you want your sections. So again, I'm just going to cut away the sections. You can vary the size, you can vary the angles in which you want to cut. So again, Command X, Command V. And I am going to keep going. Again, it depends on how many sections you are looking to have, how many you want cut, etc. Obviously, you can play even around with the position, how tessellated you are, or kind of distorted you're looking for it to be. Again, one last time just to show you. So I'm going to cut off a section all the way around the top of my head, and again, make sure that you are always selecting the right layer. It should be the one that's highlighted in grey. Command X, Command V. Again, be creative with your positioning as well. And then you will start to get something that looks like that. I can then think about obviously starting to cut away some little squares, obviously, which I have started to do here. Now what I would probably do is cut away in strips all the way up to the top. Once you have your strips, again, it's exactly the same technique that you're going to use. So I'm going to cut away the top of my head here. Command X, Command V to cut and paste rather. And then to start cutting away the boxes, make sure again that you have the correct layer. If you don't have a bounding box round about, you can just click up the top where it says Show Transform Controls. And then I can start to cut away sections. Now by using the polygonal lasso tool, you're not going to have them exact every time, but again, that makes it look much more organic. You can drag, you can rotate. I might want them to be slightly over or a little bit closer to the ones underneath. And once you're happy with the positioning, you can just hit enter. So again, it's exactly the same technique. Check that your layer is selected, polygonal lasso tool. Select your area, Command X, Command V, go to the move tool again, top left, and you can really experiment with your positioning.